This episode contains sensitive topics. Discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to the Lusty Lounge. I am Minka, and my co-hosts today, as always, are Alt. Say hello. Say hello.
I don't have to say hello. I'm not the host.
You're a co-host. Like I'm like the main host, but we're all hosts. Say hello.
I made a noise. That counts.
And Puce.
What's up, everybody?
Thank you, Puce. I appreciate that.
See, now we know who's the brat and who's not.
Fuck you. Vacation taking ass motherfucker.
Yeah, how dare you go on vacation without us?
We'll have to plan a whole vacation beach episode.
I'm going to Vegas in August.
I can get to Vegas in like a 6-hour drive. I'm in Vegas.
There's the beach in Nevada?
Well, and some of the hotels have fake beaches. Let's be real.
Oh, wait, do they really? Oh. I was talking out of my ass. I'm going to fucking Evo. Oh.
Are you...
Beach episode in August. Got it.
Are you competing in Evo? Or just going to hang out?
Maybe. I'm probably just going to let some dude in pools owe to me and go, all right, I'm going to go enjoy the fucking convention at this point. Shit.
Yeah, and then go compete in some Super Smash Bros.
Well, if I cared about Smash Bros. More, I'd be more upset. I'm like, it had its time.
I mean, credit due to anyone that like gets that intense into any game to doing competitions and stuff, like, because they make more money than I do playing video games, but I can't
if they win
put that money in.
Only if they win.
Well, true. If you're,
because it's like,
if you're always fourth, you don't really make much off of it.
I mean, you make a name, which at that point just practice more. Forehead? Question mark?
And if you've got a name, then, you know, you can do... Yeah, if you've got a name, you can do Twitch and shit. Okay, so today on the podcast, we are going to be talking about the Volume 1 of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia. So if you know nothing about this is an older book that was kind of one of the originals. I'm not going to say the original because I'm sure there was other stuff first, and I don't need any gatekeeping done to me because I hate that. But what the book is, for those who don't know, is it's a collection. It's basically a bestiary. And so it's a collection of a bunch of the different monster girls, but it's written in the sense of this person who is living in this world where monsters and monster girls used to kill and attack and everything, had a new overlord take over who is the succubus, and all of a sudden the nature of all of these monster girls kind of changed to less like I'm going to kill you and more to like I'm going to fuck you. So this is the first book that goes through and basically is like a researcher's notes about a bunch of these different types of monster girls. And this book has over 100 different monsters in it, I believe, or close to.
Oh.
So we're not going to go through them all. I've gone through and picked out some that I think would be fun to talk about, some of the popular ones, some of the weird ones. And obviously this is not the be-all, end-all of Monster Girls, because there are other encyclopedias after this, as well as many other books that kind of help build that world by the same person, Kenko Cross, who did the art and the stories in them. So there's a bunch of books there, and they've been around for a while. And if you've been to the Monster Girl Encyclopedia Wiki, which has moved homes, because last year it got cut from being on the wiki page it was on, and so now it's on a different page, but it's still in existence. It's all that same world. So if you've ever like looked up like, oh, what is the name of this monster girl, chances are you've run across this universe of monster girls.
Or you've seen Monstrous Musume one time and went,
Yeah.
I see.
Not gonna lie, I have zero experience with the Monster Girl manual or encyclopedia.
That's okay. You're gonna know a lot of it anyway, because like a lot of this has been around for a while, so a lot of it has bled into other culture, into hentai, into anime, into manga. Like you're gonna know some of this stuff anyway.
Fair.
But yeah, also this is just a little personal note of mine. A lot of people, hopefully not as many nowadays, but a lot of people think that it is called a bestiary because it's like a manual of different beasts, quote unquote, is what it's like. Somebody who goes and researches and stuff, like the real things, not just for fantasy stuff in Harry Potter, but it is actually pronounced bestiary. So if you didn't know that, now you know.
Yay, fun fact of the day.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought those were the same, but I learned something. All right, first monster girl.
So again, I kind of explained it a little bit, but the first one is like the new overlord. So it's kind of the big succubus that took over from the past overlord and changed up this whole fantasy world of monsters and monster girls. And a thing to note as well is that all of the monsters are female, and they are almost all of them incubus? At least. Well,
no.
There is technically an incubus, but like it's there's.
Oh, sorry.
Like
go ahead.
It can turn into a.
I thought the incubus was in volume 1 as like an oddity, or volume 2 as like an oddity.
It is, and it can turn into an alp.
Well, I feel bad for female peoples then who are interested in the Monster D.
Yeah, because especially too, there's a lot of them in here that will talk about like sometimes they will go after women, but usually it's to make them either a monster themselves or like a part of that particular monster. So it is very much in this world, they go after, they need semen is what they need. They need essence.
They are literally one of the best, worst types of parasite, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, oh, our species is running low. No men want to fuck us. All right, let's go fuck up some women. Just make more. I'm like, hey, wait, no. That's cheating. You can't do that.
So wait, the Monster Girl Encyclopedia isn't just like a factual thing. It's more of a like telling a story.
Kind of. This one tends to be kind of factual, but like there are quite a few books that he's come out with since then that do get a little bit more into storytelling and world building. So it's a little bit of both. The Monster Girl Encyclopedia World ones are the ones that get a little bit more into like telling stories of particular monster girls and stuff, but these ones tend to be just like observations on their behaviors and all of that kind of stuff.
Puce, have you not seen Monsters Musume?
No. Wait, yeah, I have.
Oh.
Why? What's that got to do with this?
It is literally instead of main character just being some random schmuck, make him a researcher. This is that book. There you go. Imagine if main character just wrote a book about just hanging out with them and going, yep, these are the notes I'm going to take. That is this book.
Oh.
Or if you've seen any of like the Monster Hunter porn where the girl researcher goes and ends up like fucking a bunch of the different Monster Hunter monsters.
Please don't. Let's not.
Do you not like Monster Hunter?
So like I've seen things and I was like, man, I wish I hadn't seen that. And then there are some things I'm like, hey, do more of this.
Welcome to the internet. Oh, just an alt.
I mean, I've been here longer than you have.
You'll get everything you want and everything you don't at the same time.
Yeah, and it just fucking sucks.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start with the succubus as kind of the overlord, and then I did find the information about the incubi, so we can actually talk about that a little bit and how men kind of can become a monster, but not really.
Man, that kind of sucks.
First question.
Yes.
Is the succubus gonna fucking kill me? Because that's kind of what they do.
Right.
Since they are the overlord, do they get to overwrite the rules?
So in the... Let's find out. I'm not going to read the whole thing because they're They're all pretty long, but in the previous overlord's reign, succubi were monsters of intermediate status, but their position has risen considerably since the ascendance of the new overlord. Under her influence, all monsters now look like women and can feed on the essence of humans, but even before the current overlord, succubi took the appearance of women and lived by feeding on the essence of human men. So, when the new succubus overlord took over, like, not only did it change to where they weren't just out here, monsters weren't just out here to kill, but, like, they all took on female forms. So, you have a succubus to thank for that.
That's fine. I just need to know if I'm going to sleep with this, if they're going to fucking kill me. Because it's the succubus. That's literally what they do. And I'm like, listen, you're pretty, your shoes are cool, but, like, if you're going to kill me, stay over there. Go away. Not today.
Okay, here we go. Succubi are imbued with powerful magic and use it almost exclusively to seduce men. When a succubus is drawn to a particular man, she applies a range of methods, such as her seductive magic or inviting figure, to draw him to engage her in sexual intercourse and gather his essence. Only the most strong-willed of men have any hope of escaping the wiles of succubi. If a succubus has acquired a essence and finds him to her taste, she will carry him off to the home of the succubi in the monster realm. So yes, you will survive, but you might get taken off to another realm.
Throw me into the fucking harem.
Whatever. No, you can hang out with your bros while she's busy, playing games, and then just every now and then she'll come and milk your cock.
No, you see, you guys, like, are thinking, like, ooh, anime girl. My brain, when I think of these monster girls, thinks, like, old lore and stuff.
No, not for... No. Yes, but no.
Like, look at the picture I sent you.
I know, I see it, but it's going to take a lot of, like, arguing in my brain to be like, ooh, woo, anime girl is actually correct thinking.
Yes.
Not, you're pretty much a slave stuck in a cage.
So it does say, so that in terms of this book, when it talks about essence, the essence of humans, it does mean sperm and semen. And when it talks about monster mana, it's basically like the energy of the monsters, which they will use to, that's how they sometimes will turn the women into more of them, or like that's what they use to seduce men, that kind of stuff. So for terminology, that those are two things to be aware of.
All right, follow-up question.
Yes.
I've read No Game No Life up to volume 7. There is essentially a race of succubus-like people, but their essence includes any bodily fluids. Can we do that so I can just, like,
you want
sweat on her
to, like,
and then just go about my day?
Do you know there actually are some monsters in this book that, like, their diet does say, like, the semen, sweat, and saliva of human men.
See, I can do that, and then I can go about my day.
Her diet is the essence of human men.
God damn it! No, all right, she could stay in the corner and just think about what she's done.
No, you're getting milk dry.
Nah, I mean, you can choose to say no. Also, again, if you have a strong enough will, I'm gonna just flick you in the forehead and be like, "What are you doing? Stop that."
So
bad.
So I definitely feel like that usually is how a lot of these things play out, because, unless you're watching hentai, like, we've got to stay within certain lines. But I have read some of these where, like, basically if you don't provide within a certain amount of time, they are going to attack you and get what they want.
See, y'all, in my mind, the succubus that's coming after you, isn't this, like, ooh woo, young, cute, I'm the 5,000-year-old girl? It's more like the MILF succubus. So you're done for the count.
Nah, I got things to do. So I'm gonna be like, listen, you are very attractive.
Tell me
I've got like things to do. I'm gonna have to leave.
She's not gonna be able to tell you what to do.
Yeah, no. It's specifically because it's a succubus. I'm gonna be like, no.
My headcanon for you
bad.
is, like, totally
I'm going
different.
to flick you in the forehead. Be like, no, bad, go away. Your tattoo is in the wrong spot. It needs to be more to the left.
More to the left. Way to be hyper specific.
Minka should know what I'm talking about when I say that, based off that picture, but
I know what you're talking about too. I just think you're being way too specific.
It's because it's a succubus. It was just like a different type of monster girl. I'd be more inclined to be like, maybe. But no.
Also, this shows that butt wings have been around for quite a while, in case anybody thought those were new.
I was like, man, those wings are kind of low, and I'm like, this book's kind of old, so.
Does this have a copyright date for when it came out?
2011. 2016. It came, October 25th, 2016.
No way.
Thank you,
For our
Barnes &
listeners
Noble.
out in the world, if you Google Monster Girl Encyclopedia,
Maybe
followed
that's
by
when
whatever
it came.
monster we're talking about, it will pop up in the images, so you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yes. It's possible that's when the book came to the West, when it was printed for the West.
Oh yeah, that's the date of its a Western publication.
Well, but it's a Japanese book. So I think it was closer to 2010, 2011. Because some of the books that I was seeing that followed this book on the Monster Girl Encyclopedia website talk about how they came out in like 2011 and 2012. So
I'm sticking to what Barnes & Noble has provided to me.
All right.
Because discount.
Okay, so now to kind of answer an earlier question, Puce. But it is
Did
not
I ask
only
you a
women.
question?
Yes.
Okay.
You dense motherfucker. God.
But it is not only women who are turned into monsters. Succubi also inject mana into their male partners while mating. When a man is exposed to mana, his libido swells and he produces large quantities of essence for the succubus. After a brief yet intense transformation, his humanity is overpowered and he becomes a being called an incubus, and lives on the mana acquired through copulation with the succubus. Once this occurs, the man is presumably doomed to spend eternity in sexual congress with the succubus. So you don't die.
They stab you with their tail and they're like, ha, you're married to me now, bitch. And I'm just like, oh no.
Hey,
Oh no.
it says the strongest willed can withstand the wiles, so just, be strong-willed.
Ah, man. I mean, I am for the most part, but if you stab me, if you stab me with your tail, I'm going to fight you.
Incubi survive on having
Sexual
succubi.
intercourse with the succubus, yes.
I feel like that still leaves out the human girls. So sad.
It does. Help, 110. Okay, so here is the other thing that can happen to incubi. So they can become what is known as an alp.
I'm assuming it's just spelled ALP.
Yep, just like the mountains. These are... I'm just going to read this one. So this is might take a second to read, but I think this one's worth reading. He does, yes. So the body changes to become very similar to the succubi. But this is an alp, which is something an incubi can turn into, so... The alp is a variant of the succubus and a highly unusual race that has no likeness to be found among monster kind. Alps originate as incubi, i.e. men, who undergo a mutation into female monsters. Under no ordinary circumstances does a human man turn into a monster. As stated before, no male monsters currently exist. An incubus is merely a human altered in nature by monster mana. Because human men produce essence indefinitely, regardless of how powerfully a monster suffuses a man with mana, he will continue to be a human. Alps come about when an incubus wishes deep in his heart to become a woman or to be joined with a man. The monster mana that made him an incubus is normally used to improve his production of essence, but in this case it destroys this very function. This strips him of his ability to produce essence and empties him of it. Monster mana pervades his body, and he soon finds that he is a monster. Even after he has become an alp, his soul, his values, his memory, and personality remain those of the man he was. Only his body has changed. Though it has become completely that of a woman, he continues to perceive himself as a man. He is unaware of the urge to become a woman which transformed his body, or perhaps he buried it deep in his heart, pretending not to realize. Thus, he is shocked by his sudden transfiguration and experiences profound dysphoria. In this process, some alps discover greater pleasure in becoming a woman. These alps find that their bodies continue to grow more voluptuous and enticing, and their minds continue to become more feminine. Soon enough, they have matured into full-fledged Alps, more feminine than all other women, and more lascivious than succubi.
Oh, sounds a lot like you, Minka.
Well...
That's not the joke I was gonna make, but
Yeah, it may have been
sure.
an ultra-insensitive joke.
I think it's just an incorrect joke. I will just say it's an incorrect joke because, like, I had the body that had a penis, but I was always a woman, so...
True. Yeah,
So,
okay, yeah.
So good try, but
I should have gone with the femboy joke instead.
yeah, definitely femboy.
Both better than what I was gonna say, but all right.
You gotta speak up faster, Alt.
All right, next monster.
Okay.
Okay, before we move on, I definitely feel like they need to come out with like a dude version, like an all-guy monster version. I feel like
Those are just regular monsters.
What?
Those are just regular
I know,
monsters.
but like I feel like girls want to sleep with monsters as well. They can't all be girls.
I know 2 of them. Yes.
I just pretend that
2
these
is
are
not
all
enough.
bisexual monsters.
Yeah, but the women.
I mean,
I'd also be
not
happy to be
There's the only
turned
2
into a
women-
monster. So
I feel like there's girls who want like to sleep with a minotaur and stuff.
there are.
oh,
And
for sure.
completely be destroyed. So I feel like we need to.
I was gonna say I know 2 of
we
them.
need a
Yeah.
female adventurer to
Yeah, like
go find
that
the men
porn,
monsters.
that 3D porn where like the monster comes up and it like puts its cock on top of her body and it like goes up to her throat and then fucks her. Like, yeah, if that could happen in real life, I'm there.
Well, see, exactly. Now we need that book.
Well, the porn's there, so that is enough for me.
Nah, it's gonna be my job now to write that book.
Okay, do it.
As a straight man, it's gonna be weird to write.
There are like 7 or 8 different types of slime girls in this book.
Jesus Christ.
So I figured we could just kind of talk about them as a whole, but use the base one as the main talking point.
See?
All right. So question,
Oh, go ahead.
because there will always be question. Is it like Monsters Musume, where the more water or fluid you pour into them, the more they change? Because after watching that, I'm like, what the fuck's the slime girl's name? I'm like, oh, she's adorable, but stay the fuck over there. You look like a goddamn child. And then they poured water on her, and I'm like, I see where this is going. Please continue. I'm like, well, if it's like that, then sure. If it's not like that, then no, stay over
You
there.
just make sure your slime
Go
girl is
away.
always hydrated.
Yeah, the simple structure of slimes makes them highly adaptable, but also sensitive and thus quite susceptible to mana and their environment. Changes resulting from these factors have led to the birth of a number of variants, including the higher order red slime, the hypertrophic mutation known as the queen slime, the bubble slime, which is strongly influenced by her habitat, and the dark slime. So there's even more than that in here, but like, yeah, they are susceptible to increases in mana as well as things from their environments. Like it even has a little picture in here that says, the slime has gathered enough excess mana to divide. The clone slime is just like her sister, replicating exactly her tremendous zest for mating with men.
See,
There,
I'm not gonna lie. Slime girls have never done it for me that much.
Okay, but why?
I don't
yeah,
know.
why? Like, imagine that slimy. Like, do you remember those things that you could like squeeze on the end
I
and it
don't
would like?
slimy textures.
Okay, hold up. So, okay, that's where you're wrong. That's just what they look like. My friend, who I will not out, even though I should, they made a very, very strong case in point for slime girls. They're supposedly have perfect control over their bodies, so they can be the perfect consistency, texture, yeah, texture's the right word, and temperature for whatever you want at the time. And I was like, damn, sounds pretty good.
No,
Can't lie.
just like those people who won't touch snakes because they think they're slimy. Doesn't matter. You can't talk me into it.
I'll just force it on you. It's fine.
Well,
like,
that's right. They can.
Occasionally, I get it, but
These are the ones that can survive off the sweat and the saliva. Like, so you're fine.
See, I'll just force her on you, and be like, this temperature, this consistency, this amount of pressure.
no.
Like fucking Jello.
Have fun. maybe to start, and then we can adjust the sliders from there.
What? No.
Yes.
No.
Just go get one of those little Jello cups and fuck it, and you can be like, oh, okay, that's a good starting point.
No.
Yeah, it's exact. See, Minka gets it. She understands.
And then you go get one of the slimes, the non-sticky kind of slimes.
They're all sticky.
No, they're
They're
not.
not all sticky.
Like, do you not watch those satisfying videos where people play with
I
slime?
don't like
sometimes, what?
Those, like, make my skin crawl.
What? Does nothing satisfy you?
No, I don't like ASMR either. I'm out myself there, too.
So, ASMR is very tricky with me. If you're eating, I'm going to punch you in the goddamn face. I hate that.
Yeah.
But if you're just, like, talking, maybe. I like one ASMR person. That's it. And it's only because they're a VTuber, which I was going to bring up, but that's a whole other can of worms.
Oh,
Because they're technically monsters.
yeah, that could
so
be a
some
whole
of them.
podcast, though, is VTubers.
It's on the list as a maybe.
So these ones I'm not going to bother sending pictures of, and I figured we could kind of just pool them into the same category.
Yeah.
We've got werewolf, werecat, wererabbit, and weresheep. So in this older book, basically, like, these are the versions of, like, cat girls, wolf girls, bunny girls. Like, they didn't have others that were just that. They were all, like, were blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of interesting to me. Like, I know cat girls are not a new thing by any mean. But it's kind of interesting that was a difference that was in this book versus a lot of culture.
The were sheep are just their pans, right? I think that's what they're called. I don't feel like getting up and going to find my one volume of Monstrous Musume I own.
I mean, in here, they're just called weresheep.
Okay, the sheep, yes. Wolf, probably not. Cat, it'd be weird. Rabbit, maybe.
Go over the animals again.
Maybe.
Werewolf, werecat, wererabbit, and weresheep. The wererabbits in this one, their lower half is basically all rabbit. So imagine the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland with the top half being a girl. Yeah, that kind of changes it.
That changes everything.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like, I'm looking at this picture and I'm like, no.
Yeah, looking at this picture that
No, thank
Google pops
you.
up. No, thank you.
Like, I like the newer stuff where it's like, oh, we took Playboy bunnies and, like, but they're actual bunnies.
I guess if you like hips and butt, it might be your thing.
I mean, sure, and rabbits are really soft. I don't know if you've ever touched rabbit fur, but it's really soft.
Once. I'm just like, you don't make sense. You as a species of animal don't make sense, but you're cute, so just eat. Not even eat this carrot. Eat this piece of lettuce, because you can't have carrots unless you're being good. Because carrots are super high in sugar, which is bad for rabbits.
Well, and yeah, rabbits don't actually even like carrots. The only reason everybody thinks they do is because
Bugs Bunny.
Yep, because they had to give him a rabbit to replace the cigar. So ever since then, rabbits
don't
were
lay eggs either.
Just like what? Don't lay eggs?
Rabbits don't lay eggs.
Yeah, they're mammals.
Oh, for like egg hunts for Easter. Yeah.
I was making a joke.
I wish humans laid eggs.
No. All right,
werewolf, werecat, weresheep, wererabbit. Was that the four? Was there one more?
Like wolf girls, I really relate to, but like the weresheep, I have a lot of different animal headspaces that I've developed and am exploring and stuff. And like, for those that don't know the difference, it does not. There are similarities to furries, but there are also differences. Like someone who like has a cat girl headspace does not mean they are a cat furry. Like disclaimer, no judgment either way here, because I think furries, as long as they're being good people, like that's their fetish, and like nothing against them. So it's not that I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm not a furry. It's just my headspaces are not like furry headspaces. They are more like human animal headspaces.
I get you.
Two things. one, my FBI agent is going to look at my Google search history interestingly today.
Be like, what the fuck?
And two, if I had to rank these four, it'd be were sheep, were wolf, were cat, and then were rabbit.
And is
based
that
solely off of the picture in the book.
Okay, I was going to say based solely off.
See, this is why we can be. This is why we can still be friends.
Why we can?
Yes, this is why we can still be friends.
Now, if we're talking modern interpretation of were rabbits, that's number one.
Like the Viera from Final Fantasy 12.
Ooh,
I don't know who that is.
Oh wait, 12 or 14?
Well, I mean both.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, because in 14, the outfit you start with is Franny's outfit from 12.
Oh, and 12 is sitting. Is it? Yeah, 12 is sitting on my shelf with the like two other physical Final Fantasies. I'm like, these games are long. I'm gonna need time to play all these.
Yes,
but I'll get through the 1 through 10. Fucking, there are too many Final Fantasy games.
It's true.
The 16 gonna be amazing. I'm excited for that.
I never remember which number it is because there was the weirdness between the numbering in Japan and what made it Western, but I believe it's 6. That is like my favorite classic Final Fantasy, the one with Cecil, the Dark Knight.
Oh, that's 3, actually, because actual Final Fantasy 6, Terra is the main character.
Okay, yeah, so again, like, it's that weirdness, but that's my favorite one, the one with Cecil.
Next monster.
So the next one is the Matango.
Tango? Never heard of whatever this thing is.
Yeah, I don't know how Englishized the pronunciations are. Matango. So if it's still supposed to have a Japanese pronunciation, obviously it would be Matango. It is the mushroom monster girl.
No, thank you.
Oh, I need to see a picture.
Let me send a picture.
I looked at the picture already. I don't like
it. Because what I'm thinking is not what it's going to be.
It's
and I'm
not
like,
what you're thinking. Granted, I didn't know what Matango was to start with, but not this.
But not this. It's a mushroom monster that lives in damp, forested areas and assumes the shape of a woman. They root themselves into the ground or on trees to absorb nutrients and are unable to move from their locations. However, wood or soil-based nutrients are inadequate to keep up her vigor, so she often appears dreamy.
Maybe once just to try it? Yeah, because that's not where my brain went somewhere similar, and I'm just like, man, modern anime has fucked me up real bad.
These ones,
if you know, you know.
Not gonna lie, I don't know what I'd picture if you said Mushroom Girl, but it wasn't this.
I know exactly where my mind went, and I'm like, oh no, don't do that.
So they breed by shooting out spores that infect the women. They will change into more matangos or matango, and the men get infected and basically can think of nothing other than the mushroom girl and will seek them out and have sex with them.
Never mind. It's a little too mind controlling for me. Never mind. I'm taking that back.
Yeah.
I am taking my card back.
Yeah, it basically puts mushrooms in your brain. And then after
No, I'm good.
Yes, The Last of Us. After the man has copulated with her for some time, his body becomes laden with mushrooms. Soon they sprout from his flesh as they do from the matango. In this way, he becomes a mushroom man who can think of nothing but sex with the matango.
This gets worse and worse the more you read. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, no, we're done. No, thank you. You made it okay, then you fucked it up. Good job.
It's too late. You already said once. So
you did. You're right. Set.
It would be a nut and go. Just
you'd be like
jerk off in the forest. Go home. And be like, all right, that was experience.
You're like, keep the spores in yourself. I'm gonna fuck you and then leave. Don't need to become one.
Yeah. Wait, how tall do these things get?
Oh, did it have a size? I don't know if it did.
Imagine like it's just like a few inches tall.
Uncomfortable.
There are people into that stuff though.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm guessing they are human-sized because it talks about how it changes women into them, and
Yeah.
So they just
you know, like I said, just jerk off in the forest and leave, and go about my business.
Yeah. And I did purposefully avoid a lot of the smaller ones.
Thank you.
That's boring.
They go, what? Excuse you?
You gotta make this podcast interesting and make us talk about small women.
And get us shut down and thrown in prison.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you were talking small as in young.
Yes.
I was talking like fairies and stuff.
Well, even like pretty much all of the fairies and pixies in here they look pretty
childlike, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So when we get around to that, when we get around to that specific genre, that can be puce. That's all puce. You got this.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, so the next one
is that a harpy?
Also has like a number that are similar, but like basically bird girls. You've got harpies, black harpies, cockatrice.
So instant no for 2 reasons.
Okay.
The harpy from Monsters Musume. Well, no, it's a hard maybe because the harpy from Monsters Musume is just like ruined all like aviary creatures. I'm just like, you are so annoying. I just want to punch you in the face. 2, them talons look like they hurt a lot.
Probably.
I'd at least.
However,
I'd give it a go.
However, there is the barkeep from Interspecies Reviewers, and I'm like, damn, she's kind of hot. So maybe if it's her specifically, yeah. Anyone else, no.
And
I know that's a wide spectrum, but like,
they
like a bird girl.
They do go into heat, and during that time, they don't give a shit whether you want to copulate or not. They will abduct you, especially if you're their favorite man, and just do the deed.
Yup.
There's a lot of monsters in here who do the hard R word.
There are. I was like,
except for succubus.
Well, I wouldn't say that using their charms and their magical powers to seduce men is fully consensual.
Magic powers, definitely not. But charm.
Well, here's the thing with that. If you can like overcome all the magic-y bullshit, they just stab you with their tail, and I'm like, that's cheating. But as far as aviary creatures, literally it's just a barmaid from fucking Interspecies Reviewers. That's it.
That's the only one you do.
That's the only one. Cause she's very cute and she's got enough sass and personality. I'm like, oh, you're an actual like character. You aren't just like a NPC. So yeah, sure.
What about the harpies from Skyrim?
I've never played Skyrim, and unless someone gives me it, I will never play Skyrim because that's a game I'm gonna sink too much time and effort into, and I have a shelf of like 37 untouched Switch games. Like 8 of them are still in the plastic. Like I literally got Haven from Limited Run Games, and it's still in the plastic, and I went, fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're not harpies in Skyrim. They're Hargraven. Let me post this image for you so you can decide if this is something that you would like to fuck. There you go. Would you fuck that?
Oh, absolutely not.
I totally forgot what you're talking about. So I was like, I don't remember harpies in the game.
Oh, at that point, it's a square up. Square up, bot.
Is it because she's like Granny, or is it the claws, or?
Yeah, all of the above.
It's just
them legs, some unhealthy looking legs.
She got older.
No. Them legs look like they have seen better days. Like one good low sweep, she ain't getting up.
They do. The legs do go down. That picture doesn't show it, but they go down into like more claws.
Next monster.
Well,
okay.
We've definitely made sure Alt doesn't like bird girls.
Only one.
Only one.
Only one. Okay, this next one is another favorite of mine, and I actually was a little bit surprised to find what they called her, because it's basically the pig girl. The type of monster girl she is an orc.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how they. Okay, I keep forgetting that's how they're technically classified. I need to go back and watch Konosuba. It's so fucking good.
Right, like some of them are like, oh, okay, that's not necessarily where I would have like.
Yeah, definitely not what my brain pictures.
But let me send the picture and you'll see like, oh,
I was gonna say because I've got a bunch of different variations in my head. And like, there's an artist who draws a. Oh yeah, no, she's fine.
Yes,
just
super
put down
cute.
the hammer.
I feel like
Just put down the hammer.
I feel like
just put down the
pig
hammer.
girls need their own entry, and then we need a real orc.
I'll give you that.
I would agree. I don't feel like pig girls should just be orcs. I feel like there could be orcs and pig girls separately. But I mean, again, this was somebody
make this were pig or something.
This was somebody kind of like making their own classifications of everything back in the day. So, you know, like they made some of their own choices that nowadays have evolved and are different.
Hashtag give me the real orc.
Well, there's goblins and hobgoblins.
Oh God.
I'll need to see those.
I can't pull up the artist because I don't remember their name. All I'm gonna say about this pig girl is I'm gonna apologize in advance for yanking the fuck out of her tail because I'm sorry, I gotta do it. It's in the contract. So
well, the fun thing about these orc girls is so they're extremely lustful, so very aggressive, very dominant, and lots of strength. But then as soon as they basically find their master, they are like loyal and submissive to a fault. So basically, for anybody who really likes I'm gonna break that hard warrior, like she falls into that.
Paper tigers. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, not quite a paper tiger because once they submit, it's kind of more willful. But okay.
Yeah.
Simi paper tiger. Okay.
So, and that's another thing that I relate to. Like, if I find someone that's like can show me the right kind of dominance, I'm like, oh, I'm yours. Okay.
You know, I'm
Fair.
realizing one thing. This book
What's up?
lacks skin colors.
Yeah.
Out of the 6 creatures you've shown us, and I
Actually-
almost don't even count slime girls, because slime girls, everybody knows, are weird colors.
Oh, that's
Only the pig girl doesn't have human colored skin.
well.
Man, it's like this book is from 2011 by Japanese people.
Guess
We
I
need
found
diversity.
No
I found one darker skinned girl in the ones I've looked. Well, there's the gargoyle, but she's got stone skin.
I need my orcs to have green skin.
That one, let's see, those 2 are from Egypt. They're darker skinned. That one is the Amazoness, so she has darker skin. Yeah, this is pretty honestly kind of racist.
Well, I
Man, it's
just
like it
mostly
was
meant,
written
like,
by
I need
Japanese
some
people
monster
in the
skin
early
colors.
2000s.
Well, right, it's not like intentionally racist, but like this person is definitely like, oh, I live in Japan and everyone I know is basically white. There aren't much variations in skin color.
Okay.
Let me next monster before I say something bad.
Skipping over to gargoyles, that's like a 10 out of 10.
You want to? Oh, we're skipping to the gargoyle. Okay. Wow, I was going to save that one, but I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, the gargoyles are definitely a cute one. I pulled them out because I was like, that's pretty hot. The copulating couple turns to stone when the sun rises, so you will become a stone gargoyle.
Worth it.
No,
But the pleasure will remain through the whole sunlight.
Yeah, worth it.
You can communicate without speaking with her once you're copulating.
Listen,
Have either of you ever played Corruption of Champions?
I know
every
of it, but
time I've tried to play it, it's just like a clusterfuck, and I'm like, listen, my computer's gonna explode, so
It's just
I'll just go watch a video.
It's practically just a text-based game. How is your computer burning up from that?
Well, what year did that game actually fully come out?
It's got to be at least 6 or 7 years old. I'm pretty sure I played it.
It's way older. It's way older than that. Nigga, you understand? We've known each other for like almost 10 years.
That's why I said 7 year.
Because this is back when I had my silver touchscreen computer, and that thing. Ugh. How did I do anything on that? So no, I've seen the game played and was like, this is too much reading.
See, I'm good with that text-based adventures.
Okay, but when you're marketing yourself as a game and you have too much reading, nah. If it was like, this is a visual novel, that's different. But that's not how it was brought up to me, so I was like, fuck this.
You need to let your imagination do more work.
No, you need to tell me what I'm getting into and not bait and switch me. If this is, because it was advertised to me as a video game, and I'm like, hell yeah. And then 20 minutes later, I'm just like, if I have to read another fucking 8 pages of dialogue, I'm gonna stab somebody. But if it's a visual novel, that's different. This was before you could skip to the good parts. This, you don't. I'm gonna pull up the specs on that computer. That computer had like an i3, if I remember correctly. So there was no skipping. It was, hey, I'm a touchscreen. I'm cool. I'm like, fuck out of here, nerd.
Like that, but I'm bringing that game up because it had a gargoyle girl, and it pretty much describes exactly this picture.
Oh. Well, yeah, it almost sounds like you kind of are edged all day as you're frozen as stone, and so then you spend all night just like aggressively fucking each other. So you become her permanent pedestal. Especially because, I mean, you're still feeling pleasure the whole day, and you can talk and, get to know each other, or talk dirty the whole day is probably what you're doing. Build yourself up for that release every night.
Like, I'll admit, the girl gargoyle in the gargoyle show, probably one of my first crushes.
Damn, I wish I could relate.
Did you not watch
Fucking
Gargoyles?
degenerate anime nerd. I did. Infinitely too young to realize what the fuck was going on, or like,
Oh yeah, I definitely was way too young to understand
anything like that, to realize how good of a show it was for the, not even for the time, just in general.
I need to go back and watch it. I have still have zero idea what the story was about.
Man, if only there was a way you could purchase it, but
you also have to have money. That's a thing too.
This is why things need to be released in like they need to be set releases. They're like, this is gonna come out on this thing for this price. We're gonna do a run. If it does well, we'll make more. If not, we'll make a smaller run, which is how anime does things. Because I'm still waiting on my first press of a lot of things, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, our printing presses are backed up to take place for the newer stuff, and I'm like, fuck that. I made this order in Christmas.
Yeah.
Literally, the order date is like, hey, we couldn't process this until the next day because, Christmas. And I'm like, that's fine. It's been 4 months. Where's my shit? Still no. Hot, but still no.
But yes.
Nigga, no. Fuck that.
No, you don't have good taste.
Oh, that's
better taste than you.
That's a bold statement. Okay, so
says the man who doesn't want to fuck in something that can literally be the exact temperature, consistency, and pressure you want. Fuck out of here.
All right, so the next ones,
yes.
we're gonna group together because there are a handful again. The Arachne type girls, spider girls.
No.
Yes.
I will shake her hand and be like, "Good day," and go about. No.
It's like
yes.
There's one of them at the back of the book in like the, I think it's more of the like Japanese gods ones. But it talks about how she is quite sadistic when she wears her night face, binding the man with her thread and releasing his essence into her while he lies immobile. She finds his pathetic and ecstatic face mesmerizing. If a spider girl wants to come up and wrap me in web and just have her way with me, I am 100% there for it.
Fuck, you and me I will take the gargoyle before I take the fucking spider. Fuck that.
Spiders are an essential part of this world.
Cool. They don't need to be a part of my world. No. Fuck that.
You said there's other ones?
Yes, there's like 4?
Yeah, I know there was.
Because Drider is just a class.
Yeah, there's
species,
the
which has
family.
subspecies.
So there's the Joro Gumo.
Is that the actual fucking yokai?
That's one of the Japanese god ones.
Yeah, it's the yokai. Oh, hell, fuck no. Fear.
Yes.
I did skip over the giant ant for you, just so you know.
Oh, I need to see that. What's the other one?
Yeah, so there's also like the ant arachne that combines basically ants and spiders.
I'm gonna take the gargoyle before I took the spider and just no.
I don't understand what the problem is.
Too many fucking legs. Those legs and then spikes, and I'm just like, no, The where they manage their thread has never been appealing. I'm just like, no, go away, bad.
See, but it does say if caught by them, it's best to just sit there and do nothing without trying to run. That way, there's a higher likelihood of being released.
Yeah, because it'd be like, oh, I killed it. Oops.
I'm okay with
Listen,
that.
it's gonna have to catch me, and then if it catches me, then I'm just like, damn. If I play dead good enough, it'll go away.
Oh, but she escalates. Okay, she escalates. So her sex keeps getting more and more intense. So, yeah, chances are eventually you're going to die. But, I mean, what a way to go.
Yeah, no, listen, I gotta get to Kingdom Hearts 4 first, which we should have an announcement for tomorrow. Not Kingdom Hearts 4. We should get our next Kingdom Hearts game announcement tomorrow.
Hey,
Kingdom
if
Hearts
it took as long
as
for
the day this is recorded.
2% and 5/5.
It'll take like 10 years, don't worry.
Kingdom Hearts 2% and 5/5.
I don't mind going to.
I don't know. It'll probably have some stupid name like that where it doesn't make sense.
I mean, the next game is going to be a spin-off, and then we will get Kingdom Hearts 4. That's how these things work. We get 2 spin-offs.
I thought
one on the
3 was
Switch,
supposed
and
to be
then
the last
one on. It's the last one for the Xehanort Saga, and we went, oh, we're getting more?
The Who's He
All right,
What's It
cool.
Saga?
Sora's dead right now. Because we're all like, we're not going to. How are you going to resolve this? And he's like, I got 2 games to explain 2 details. And I'm like, that's it. That's it. I'm like, all right, cool. Someone came back to life and someone died. I'm like, oh. Well, that's a new problem.
Okay.
Also, reality and fiction have not been defined, and I'm like, this is why we hate you so much, Nomura.
Hey, Puce, this next one, make sure that it is in your male monster book, because I can guarantee that pretty much everyone wants it in there. But the next monster is Centaur.
See, that'd be perfect.
Okay. Question.
Yeah, let me see if it says if they have 2 vaginas.
What?
That was not what I was going with. That I already. It depends on how lower the human part is. That's normally how that goes. So because I'm just gonna use Monsters Musume as a base because it's fairly popular and most people understand, can get a hold of the monsters. Are most centaurs like her? Were super loyal and like gigantic titties for no reason because like
Not
they
these
hinder
ones.
combat. Not these ones.
But here's an interesting fact about these centaurs. So difficult as it may be to believe, centaurs are even more troublesome after they finish their assault. When lucid, they place great importance on chastity, and so in the aftermath of fornication, they will chase the man about, demanding that they take responsibility or allow her to take responsibility. So basically, they fuck, and then they're like, shit, we shouldn't have done that. One of us needs to pay.
What?
Oh, so it's just, hey, you're gonna be a dad, and like, ha, bet I've been waiting for this.
Wait, what? Are you saying you just run?
No, I'd be like, damn, well, we're having a kid. You're stuck with me. Congratulations, you fucked up.
Okay, they do have 2 vaginas in this universe.
Oh.
Either vagina can be used to conceive children by copulation with human men. The rear vagina has been shrunken to human size, the better to draw sperm from the centaur's human lover.
Are they still as like hot as regular horse vagina too?
What?
I would assume so. Like, it seems like the only thing that changed was the size.
Give me a fire resist potion and sure. Did you not know horse vaginas are much hotter than the average like human female vagina?
See,
Use?
I don't like the way normal human ones look, so I'm in the
No,
minority.
the temperature.
Oh. No, I didn't know that either.
Also,
Man,
over
I
here
forget
talking
you're
about how
fucking
much more
stupid
attractive
sometimes. I'm over
horse
here like,
vaginas are.
That's why I
It's
was
like-
so confused.
how are you? Just how? I know how, but I forget. Is this why people drink?
You've been my friend for this long. I don't know how you don't know my brain doesn't.
We don't talk that much. I assume you're pretty fucking smart because you've done the marriage thing. You got a house. I guess you have a successful job.
Dumb
So I'm
luck
like,
all the way.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Next monster, please, before I have a fucking aneurysm.
Okay, so this is another one that I feel like is not fully accurate anymore. Yeah, there's the centaur. And we kind of talked about it previously,
right,
but it's
older design.
the Holstar, which is essentially the cowgirl, but like
Absolutely,
in here,
100%
they are definitely more Minotaur girls.
No contest.
But there are also just Minotaur girls versus Holstar. So it's like, I think they kind of tried to make it, these are the cowgirls, but like it's only really talks about them
Easy.
producing milk and becoming more docile, like near the end.
Easy clap. No type of hesitation. Give me my nice cowgirl, because they're like perfect for just raising kids. I'm like, hey, you want a child? You want a kid? You're yep, that's the exact image. I know that image.
Well, and not only that, but like their milk is apparently so like good and healthy and like basically magical because it's monster milk that like you could survive off of just the milk and be healthy your whole life.
I'd be good with that.
Easy. It's super fucking easy. No, there is no question. Well, for most people, even the subspecies, I'm like, you know what? Sure, yeah, come on. Look, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and obviously this one is a special place for me because a lot of my online persona has been around cowgirls, Hugh Cows, Holstar. So this one is a special one for me too. That I'm like, yep.
See, I feel like
either of you play League of Legends?
if you want to get your friends into this stuff, this would be the perfect first starting point. That are
Cowgirls, sheep girls, yeah, the basic animal girls. And then you throw them.
I'm gonna argue that.
Minka, that was scary.
The mantis.
Does this one also eat its mate's head?
Actually, that's why I looked or pulled it, because I want to know if it does. Because if you don't know that about praying mantis, the females, after copulating or whatever intercourse the bugs have, take off the male's heads.
If yes, then no. If no, then yes.
I mean, what Pew said.
Like all the other ones, you like die by snoo. This one would be like,
You just died.
yeah, this is like, you don't even get post-nut clarity. You're just like, poof, dead.
Yeah, let us know, because if so, I have words.
No, he's taken that out, and they become fiercely protective of their mate.
Oh boy. I'm grabbing them in Tenai, and oh man, I hope you don't have a gag reflex.
She will.
all I'm gonna
She will
say
even
about
use her
that.
pincers to like find food for you.
I need a Monster Girl manual where it's like way too hyper realistic and leans on like old like Western lore.
No, fuck that.
I need all these Monster Girls to be like deadly.
They do. It does
Fuck
say even when they slice the heads off of beasts and bathe in their blood, true to their nature as assassins, they flinch not. So they're very
Cold-blooded.
unfeeling.
Oh shit!
Very
they're
just cold
they're
until
just kunderes.
they copulate with a man, and then all of a sudden they feel a warmthness for like the first time, which is why they become fiercely protective of it.
Yeah, they're just kunderes.
Who's it ways?
All right, sorry, you don't watch anime. I forgot. Watch more anime. Goddamn.
Oh,
No.
I did forget one that I went past because I had the page before it marked and was going to hit that one too. So there are, again, some variations on this one, but the Lamia.
Oh, yes. I'm all for that. If that's the right monster I'm thinking of.
Because Mia is like everyone. Yeah, Mia and her aunt is like everyone's default now. Which,
That was pretty good even before that.
Yeah, there's also Echidna, Medusa. I think there's one in the
Echidna?
Japanese gods. Yeah, not
Like Knuckles.
Not Knuckles.
No.
Yeah.
Not Knuckles.
Hey, there are people who want.
The Echidna, by the way, are like one of the most rare monster girls, and they will only seek out and mate with like basically the best of
What's
humanity
the difference?
in men's.
So
just
no
a
one
green
here got
snake
you.
I'm telling you the difference.
It's a subspecies.
They breed, and they create the like most powerful and best monster girl babies. So they only go after the greatest of men.
You know what? Give me the eel. That's a subspecies of snake girl. So yeah, just give me the eel.
Is that in there?
We can share. We could. I believe so.
I don't know.
It's
if it
not
was in this one. At
It
least.
might be in volume 2 then. Because they're in Monsters Musume. I'm like, oh, they're kind of cute. 'Cause in the drop down box, Mermaid is like in the related pages, and me and my coworker were like, why is she in a wheelchair? What the fuck's going on here? Like, we kept scrolling, and they're like, yeah, so sometimes they put Mermaid Girl in a wheelchair so she can do things on land. And I just looked at my coworker, who's already on the floor fucking laughing. I'm like, okay, so it's an appropriate response. Laughter is an appropriate response. Because could you imagine everyone else is having fun? All your other monster girls are having fun. And you're just like, hey, we got you this wheelchair so you could, like, hang out with us. You can't do anything,
She'd
but
probably
you
be
still...
ecstatic that she could be there.
Yeah, but
feel
it's
like-
just the fact that everyone's doing shit. Wheelchair.
I feel like they were like,
it's a mermaid
Western
in a wheelchair.
What do they
That's
like
what
monster
kills me.
girl-wise? Mermaids? How do we keep them on land? Wheelchair.
Wheelchair. So I was just like, that's how what you came up with of all things? A fucking wheelchair?
I mean, what else are you gonna do? You gonna go like the Little Mermaid route?
Yeah, what's your better
No, it's-
idea? Huh?
Throw him in the fucking wheelbarrow. Just pour some water in that
You
bitch.
just gonna roll around a wheelbarrow?
Hell yeah. You get strength training and endurance training. You get the exercise. Hell yeah.
See, I feel like that when they said wheelchair, they were also aiming for that market.
You made it weird.
I'm just saying. I feel like
So-
that's...
All right, next monster.
Speaking of mermaids, the next one is a sea creature, and this one is definitely for me because, well,
Also,
Tentacles.
yes.
That's a nice ass. I don't even like ass. That's a nice ass.
she does have a very nice ass.
For those
yeah,
listening, we're
anything-
talking about octopus girls.
Yes, this is the Scylla. Scylla? I don't know how you
How's it
pronounce
spelled?
that one. Scylla.
It's an undead taco. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
But like
Oh man.
the all the little oh my god, what did I just forget the name of it? The suckers. What are they called?
They have names?
Suckers. Essentially, we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, that would almost be like getting like fire cupping all over, like, which feels great.
No.
And then
I'd
she can
pass on
like
that.
stick her things all over inside you, inside all of you. Like, I am here for it.
So, here's my problem. I like octopus. Octopus tastes great. So it would be a constant battle not to just eat her.
You could suck on her tentacles.
That's not the same.
I don't think that, like, if you tried to eat her, she would let it go.
Exactly. So it's just like, I could try to eat her and die. I could eat her the other way and potentially die. I'm just like, no. Yes, but no.
Yeah.
Mostly no.
It says they are strong-willed and aggressive. Yeah, you try to eat her and you're done.
Yeah, I can't do it.
But, like,
That's why you just
actual
suck on a
octopi,
tentacle.
they can fit themselves in impossibly small spaces. So maybe she could
I don't think that applies here.
go there.
Nah, that doesn't apply here. As much as I want to, I can't, because I would just be like, you look delicious. And it's like, excuse me?
I'm getting offended for her right now. Don't eat the
Listen.
monster girl.
That's a whole.
Don't eat them in the
thing.
bad way.
I feel like
Don't eat them.
just like Jurassic Park, people would want to taste the dinosaurs. If
Oh, I was
real,
listening to a podcast about that. I was just like, I tried dinosaur.
What?
I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about that exact thing. It's like, yeah, if Jurassic Park was real, it'd be a restaurant, not a theme park. I'm like,
Dude, yeah, though.
I'd try dinosaur.
Although if somebody was like, you want to eat a monster girl? That'd be weird.
It depends what monster girlfriend.
Okay. I don't know what you have next, Minka. Oh, well.
That's slug.
After
Giant
this,
slug.
we need to
Slug.
look up Charybdis.
No, we don't.
Yes, because we need to subject Alt to this.
No, it looks.
Man, you
it
act
looks
like I
way
haven't
too long.
already read through this
Oh,
book.
well, yeah, that too.
I purposefully avoided that one.
Okay. Because I keep scrolling down through the search pages, and that was on the octopus page. I was like, no, thank you. That's just weird.
Yeah, it was right after the octopus, but it's way too lolly
It's a cave girl.
with no breast growth. And
Well, even
very
if
small.
it was,
I know,
of age,
but, like-
that'd be so weird. That's in the same
and I get it, like-
ballpark as Mushroom Girl for me. That'd be weird.
Yeah. So giant slug.
No, thank you.
No.
But you can make her smaller by covering her with salt.
That sounds terribly mean and horrible.
Thank you. I was like, man, it sounds like mild torture.
In the process of intercourse, the giant slug fondles the man's body and coats it head to toe in her thick slime.
Oh,
No.
This fluid encourages the man's body to stick tighter and faster to the giant slugs as she caresses it and thickens his arousal. Her vagina secretes the same liquid. Alt, you got
I was
anything
waiting
to
for you
add
to
to
say something
the...
about slime
No,
girls being
no,
good.
I
Yeah.
don't. Listen, I can
not slime.
hear the actual uncomfortableness in his voice, so I'm just like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
You're like, all right, move on.
Yeah.
Okay, devil bug.
The what bug?
Devil bug.
Devil bug? Why is this one so
No.
specifically named?
Because they're...
Oh, is
you
this
haven't
the
seen
stink
Fire
bug?
Force. No. Man, you haven't seen Fire Force, have you?
Not enough of it.
They can smell the scent of men. Even when the man is no longer around, they are completely fixated on him. They are intelligent but lack any sort of reasoning.
Nope. Next. No. You lost me with that.
This is a no for me. I'm good with spider girls, but the claws of the ant bug things, no, thank you.
Devil bugs always live in groups. People say that if there's one devil bug, there are bound to be 30 more nearby. Therefore, when one devil bug begins to mate, many others are likely to catch the scent of Congress and appear in full flush, eager to join in the debauchery.
So it's
Released
a
from their grip
cockroach.
is hopeless. The devil bugs will often continue defiling him even after he loses consciousness. When he later wakes, he might find devil bugs still pleasuring themselves upon his body. When they observe his wakefulness, their delight ignites, and they begin intercourse once again. So you could have 30 of these girls fucking you at the same time.
Yeah, I've seen Danganronpa 2. I'm good on that, fam. And if you don't know, don't worry about it. And if you know, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm starting to realize this book leans a lot more on the R and a lot less on the kill.
Well, yeah, because they can't kill anymore.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, is they changed from killing to sexual intercourse being their purpose.
No, I want death. Like, make it so these are hard choices.
Do you wait? Do you have a car?
What?
Do you have a car? Does your wife have a car?
Yes.
Fuck.
Why?
I don't know your wife, so I can't. I was gonna say, well, if you die, give me your car. I'll just take your car. What the fuck is Twice from Skullgirls doing here?
This is a roper. So a roper begins her life in a round shell, much like an egg. An adult roper uses her tentacles to bind a human woman, inserting this roper egg into her vagina with one of her ovipositional tentacles. In time, the roper egg in the woman germinates like a plant, extending small tentacles that root in the woman's womb and fuse with the host. The parasitic roper then transforms her host body from the inside out, from flesh into congealed slime. From this mass, several tentacles emerge. This is considered the roper's larval stage, in which the host still retains full awareness, as the human has not fused adequately with the roper to control the tentacles, which move as they please independently of her will. To complete the final stage of her transformation, the roper-infested woman requires the semen of a human man. When the transitional roper senses the presence of the man, her autonomous tentacles wind about the host body, twining over her breasts and squeezing roughly, entering her mouth and ejecting quantities of a sugary, viscous liquid that raises her passions. Tentacles also invade her vagina, sliding noisily against its flesh. The host emits a lurid moan, which attracts the roper's intended prey. When a man has been successfully drawn close, the tentacles seize him and extract his semen. Once the roper has absorbed the man's semen...
Man, you almost had me.
Nope.
You almost had me.
What is it that
And then you kept talking.
What took you out of it?
Literally when you were like, they put egg in vagina, I was like, all right, we're done here.
You don't
like,
gotta
all right,
worry
we're
about
done.
that. You just gotta fuck it.
Yeah, you get to
I
see
mean,
them all
listen.
tied up by their own things.
So if they don't look like they're having fun, it's not really gonna be fun for me.
Well, they've upped the pleasure receptors of the woman, so she's definitely gonna look like she's having fun.
Looks can be deceiving. Trust me. The fact she looks like twice is it double? Yeah, it's double from Skullgirls. I'm like, red flag number 1. Red flag number 2 is the nun outfit. And I'm like, I've seen this. I know where this is going. And then you just kept talking, and I'm like, I don't know where this is going. I don't want to know where this is going.
Oh, I don't like
I'm
where
gonna
this
go
is going.
the other
I
direction.
don't like the wet look of the tentacles.
Well, it does turn her body into a bit of a slime type
No,
thing.
thank you.
That's fine. I'll deal with it.
It's all you, homie.
Minka's like, yes, please.
Right? So, I mean, I'm getting
All
plenty
right,
out
you
of
got
this book.
2 more before we need to wrap.
Okay.
No. No, absolutely not.
Gerta
Maybe.
Blilu. Basically a scorpion. The man's member never loses its vitality when held in the Gerta Blilu's thrall. She ensures that it always towers so that he can provide her with essence. So you would never have to worry about erectile dysfunction.
I said what I said.
You're sticking with it?
No. No, you say the fuck over there. I will literally turn the fuck, what's his name, Zoro from One Piece and come at, square up right now. I will, no, just no.
You're not going to stand a chance. Like, it infects you, though. Like, it stabs you, and it causes paralysis.
Don't get stabbed.
And
Don't get, I've seen Ruby, don't get stabbed. Just cut off the stinger.
rude. That's really rude. Why would you... What?
You want my honest answer?
You know, the funniest
If
thing
you
about
have to
this
stab me for me to like you, there's a problem.
Zombie!
I have a moral obligation to say maybe.
a moral obligation.
You're gonna have
What
to
does that
explain
mean?
So, I've seen some very attractive zombies. I don't remember what it's called, or what her name is in particular. The zombie girl from Dark Stalkers. I can say English words. She's technically a zombie. She's a Chinese zombie.
I will point out, too, the decay of their bodies is suppressed by demonic energy.
As much as I
And
figured.
even in the case of a messed up corpse with horrible wounds, becoming a zombie will restore the body to a certain degree.
Yup.
So, like, yeah, you're not like they're fucking like
a corpse.
Oh,
I know.
that girl.
Yeah.
That's what she's from.
Yes, which I cannot wait for the fucking Capcom Fighters whatever pack to come out.
Is it the
so-
big hand scarf thing?
Yes, her.
No, I meant, is
um,
that what's doing it for you?
No. What's keeping this at a hard maybe, and this is my fault. I have no one to blame but my fucking self. Minka, you're familiar with Hollow Live, I would assume.
Yeah.
You know Ollie?
I'm not super great with the names.
The zombie one, the one that's a literal zombie. It's like, hey, I know math.
The
And I'm
first
like,
thing I type in
okay,
Hollow
and?
Live into Google, Hollow Live, the first like fill in is zombie.
I honestly didn't know they had a zombie.
Sally.
I haven't.
Yep, she's
Apparently
Indonesian.
falling
She's just a super fucking emoto energy, and I'm like, man, you're chipper, you're cute, but like, man,
I just
you-
saw a TikTok of her. I'd say yes.
so like Ollie's literally like your fun little sister, and I'm like, I can't fuck that'd be weird.
Yeah.
But this zombie is not her, even though they have the super flat chest, which I'm just like, do I make fun of it? Is that a thing we do?
No, we don't make fun of flat chests.
Since most zombies are kind of flat chested, and I'm like, why is that a recurring theme?
Well, because like the a lot of the chest tissue and the breast tissue is going to fall off pretty early.
Look at Minka being all scientific.
Have you seen? No, you haven't. I was
like,
gonna
think
say, have you
about-
seen Ollie's thighs?
Think about women's breasts. Like over time, they
Yes.
sag. So like, there's obviously weight there. So if all of a sudden your flesh starts just sagging off, like this
Well, no,
sag
no, 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 no,
of
no.
flesh
I'm
that
gonna,
has
I'm
weight.
gonna reverse Uno you. I'm gonna reverse Uno you. If their fucking scars and wounds can heal, surely they can retain some type of breast tissue.
I mean, okay, so if we're doing the Monster Mana essence stuff, then yeah, I would agree.
Well, it's taking a nice, young, fresh, young lady who's voluptuous, zombifying
So-
her.
They don't need to
Yeah,
be. They
no,
don't
in
even need
this-
to be young and fresh.
In this world, I don't think there's any reason why they couldn't have big boobs
or nice thighs.
or nice thighs. I mean, it does say
Yeah,
they can specifically still bear children. So like childbearing hips is also important. Yeah, you can have a zombie baby. Like, did you ever watch what was that fucking show? It wasn't World War Z. It was they had a zombie baby in there, and like this thing was on fucking steroids, man. It's ridiculous.
Still a maybe. It's still a maybe for me.
Start out life unalive.
Well, it was alive, and then at this one place where they were supposed to be helped, there wasn't, and it got turned into a zombie, and then was like had superhuman strength and speed, and was like jumping from walls and shit, and it was like, what is happening?
Oh, I was talking about the zombie baby that
on the
these zombie
fence.
girls would be giving birth to.
Oh yeah, undead from the get go.
Puce, make an answer. Help.
What?
What's your verdict? You haven't said anything. You haven't said a yes or a no.
Add booba and yes. I think it's the girl from
So conflicted.
Monster Mizumi.
Maybe
So,
there's
yes.
a surgeon out there that specifically does zombie breast jobs.
Okay, all right. Are they still cold? That's also a super big factor.
Oh, hey, the more you have sex, the more they heal.
It's still a maybe. All right. All right. Final monster.
They are saying that they think it is actually a race called zombies that they're turned into, and they're not actually reanimated human corpses. But it does not seem to say...
Oh right, her.
Yeah, her. That's what I think
anything.
of.
It doesn't seem to say anything about if they are cold or not.
It's still a maybe.
It's yes for me.
Final monster.
Final monster. Okay.
Yeah,
go on this
because
all day.
anything over 2 hours, Puce has to pay me money because that's a lot of editing time.
Fine. But we'll need Monster Girl Encyclopedia episode 2 down the road.
Maybe we'll see.
We'll see how this one does.
We've got
Okay,
plenty of
so
Monster Girls to go through.
this is another one that I won't lie, I picked for me. This is Dark Matter.
No. I don't know what that is, but no.
If it didn't look like a child,
Well,
It's so small.
Yeah, I don't know why he chose that one, but like it basically absorbs women and they become part of not the ball itself, but become part of like the female form. So it could be any female there. Dark matters are governed by their female form as an incarnation of monster mana and desire.
Be weird. I don't know.
There is nothing in her head but her wish to copulate with men. To fulfill this desire, she rides her black sphere throughout the monster realm in search of a human man. As she travels, the sphere carries out its male desire by continuously twining its tentacles about the woman that rides it, violating her all the while. The woman enacts her female desire by devouring the pleasure the black sphere gives her. When the dark matter finds a human man, she engulfs him in and out with her black sphere. His whole body is infiltrated by an extreme concentration of monster mana. He becomes a powerful incubus in the blink of an eye. As the man fuses with the sphere, their desires become one, and he is overcome by thirst for her body. He takes the place of the black sphere and fulfills his lust by coupling with the feminine half of the dark matter. So basically that black ball is going to go inside you, and then you are going to take its place.
Man, the picture Pew's posted is way better. It went from a straight no to a maybe.
Right, that's like what I was saying, is like it. I don't know why he drew that one, because it could be any woman.
You know exactly why.
Well,
they picked that one.
It's still a no for me. Slimy looking tentacles are a big no.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're gonna replace the slimy tentacles. So, okay, it's a definite maybe, like more of a maybe than the zombie with the second picture. That first picture, no, I'm gonna spray you with I'm gonna do the fucking meme from Zombieland Saga and just spray you with the water and watch you freak out. That shit was funny. Fucking love that scene. That's a very powerful. Well, that sequence is very powerful. But that's
and I am definitely here for the dark matter.
Wait, no. Wait. I'm gonna backtrack on my previous maybe after remembering Zombieland Saga as a thing that exists. And just go with yes, because I've seen those zombies and went, damn, they're kind of hot. Well, the one's kind of hot.
Okay, so you're back to a yes on zombie, maybe on dark matter.
Yeah. A hard maybe on dark matter.
Definite yes on becoming a dark matter monster girl.
But why?
Did you not hear what I just said?
No, I think I don't pay attention.
No.
Continuing to coil around and violate the woman sitting atop it with its tentacles.
Oh, yeah, that makes much more sense for you.
So I would get to ride around on this black ball of dark matter that is constantly fucking me.
Minka, take a deep breath.
I know, I don't have time for a cold shower.
I was going to say, I'll just go run out in the rain. Like, oh wait, you don't live where we live.
It's been raining off and on, but not today. So there's your introduction, your baptism by fire for Monster Girls.
If you know about Monster Girls, this was just like a fun little thing. If you had no idea, which I'm gonna assume people have some form of an idea now, then yeah.
And like, if this has interested you, even if you know a lot or know a little, like, yeah, go to the Monster Girl Encyclopedia. If you Google it, it is the one that's monstergirlencyclopedia.miraheze, miraheze.org, because that has all of this information there, as well as all of the monsters we didn't get to, which I tried to pick some common ones and fun ones, as well as some crazy ones, but there are other crazy ones, and so you never know. You might read something and be like, oh shit, that's disgusting, and then be like, oh wait, am I into that? And be like, oh shit, I'm into that. So,
the meme of all right, before we go, what was everyone's favorite monster?
I mean,
it's hard to pick a favorite. Why would you do that to me?
I'm a bad person.
I'm still gonna go with Gargoyle.
Fair.
Or the Arachnid.
I honestly,
Fair.
like, it would, for me, like, obviously the Octopus Girl, the Dark Matter are great, but, like, my favorites would probably be between the Weresheep, the Orc, and the Holstar, but for very favorite, I would probably go with Holstar.
Damn, you took
We can
my
have
answer.
the same.
Son of a bitch.
You guys got
No, I
bland
don't
taste.
Don't make me, nigga. I know where you work. Don't make me come down there.
You picked the cowgirl. That's such a
left.
safe bet.
Listen, okay. You're thinking about this as a one-off thing. I am not. I'm just like, okay, I'm picking this monster girl. This is essentially just my wife.
No,
See-
I want death by
Like,
snake.
you're
well,
stuck
and
with me.
I will say on my behalf, like, there are a lot of these that like I am very into, and I'm making my favorite choice because I hate picking favorites of anything, but I'm making my favorite choice off of like which one like I relate to the most, and like basically that. If it was like which one would I want to die by, that would be a whole other story.
Which one do you want to die
See,
by?
Probably the Arachne.
nigga.
See, that's my thinking. I want to die.
Let me get your computer when you die. I'm thinking in like real life, long terms. Like, no. I'm like, if they just like showed up one day, I'm gonna be like, that one. I'm picking that one.
But you also have to realize you may not have
Also,
that choice.
I will fight niggas to get my choice. I don't give a fuck. I will beat a nigga's ass
Yeah, Alt's gonna wander by a cave and see the mushroom girls.
and just be like, no.
And be
Just like, all right.
stuck forever because they're spores.
Wait. You can't fight. You can't Molotov cocktail that. I don't know how to make that. I don't know how to make dynamite. Even though we have nitroglycerin at work. I am very surprised you didn't put Lich on here.
I don't think Lich was in this book.
Okay, so the Lich is in book 2 because there's one Lich and I'm just like, all right, listen, this one and no one else. Even more so than the Harpies. It's literally just this one. If you've seen Konosuba, you know who I'm talking about. I'm taking her and I'm taking Wiz and going about my fucking day.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. And please be sure to check out our Patreon, the Lusty Lounge. And if you don't follow us on social media, we are there as well.
Twitter.
Is
we
Twitter
have
the only one
Twitter.
we've got so far?
It's kind of it.
Just on Twitter at the Lusty Lounge as well.
We'll see you guys next time for my episode, which I need to keep. I
We'll
need
be
to play more
talking
games.
about girls in gaming. We'll be talking
no.
about boys in gaming. We'll be talking
Still
about
Femboys.
gaming in girls.
I see what you're doing. You know what? Just fuck it. Just keep trying to get it right. We still have what?
9 minutes till we hit 2 hours.
9 minutes before he has to start.
All right,
Before
all
he
right.
has to
No,
give me money.
I'm late for my party, so